a teenager was shot in broad daylight right in front of my house. And I've got two kids, a 12-year-old and a 2-year-old. The 12-year-old was 11 years old at the time, and he saw it. He was identified as a witness. And so I went down with him in an unmarked police car. We went down by Jefferson University Hospital, where they tried to identify a young man as the one who did it, but he wasn't the one. The next day, we saw the murderer walking around in the street. And my son just got scared. He was scared to walk home from school to the Chinese takeout halfway down the block, you know, and started getting nightmares and started affecting his schoolwork. And I really started asking the question, are we getting the kind of energy and advocacy and leadership that we need at the city council level to address these kinds of issues? And for me, the answer was no, clearly not. We weren't getting that kind of leadership. And so I had to do something about it. I felt if not me, then who is going to make a difference about these kinds of issues? You know, so I really started turning myself inside out, really to prepare myself to lead. But truth of the matter is, since I arrived in this country and I was poor and at times on welfare and things like that, I started preparing myself to lead then. And that has kept on up to this point now. So I offer myself as somebody who has really seasoned themselves, trying to lead at every single level. But now I'm ready for public office. And ready, if you'll embrace me, and if you will vote for me, and if you will tell your friends, and if you will knock on some doors with me, and if you will, you know, maybe go to my website and get familiar with the issue, and if you will contribute a little bit of your money, you know, we can make a difference together. Because the truth of the matter is, the things that I want to address, I can't do it by myself. I need you, and 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 I need you to help to make a difference, all of us together. Yes, I'll be in elected office, but with you, we can make this difference together. So I'm going to open it up at this point, and if you have any specific questions, I'd be happy to answer those questions at this time. Yes, ma'am.
I'm actually very glad you mentioned it. We didn't have any answer. We're curious about getting a community garden service in this area.
Yeah.
Because I think it would help a lot of the youth out. It's a great way to do this, but there's a lot right down the road.
Sure.
We're looking into.
Yeah.
So what can you offer for us to help with that?
Sure. Well, two things I'd like to say on that. The first thing is that I absolutely agree with you that it is critical that we give young people positive things to do. If we are going to ask them to come off of the street corner, then whether it's art programs or recreational programs or sports programs, music programs, community gardens, we need to find ways that engage our youth. Some kids, they have no clue about music, and they have no desire to play sports, but they may want to garden. And if we can get them to garden, then I think that would be fantastic. The second thing, with respect to the community garden, is that my wife and I have a plot in a community garden that's just a block away from our house. So what I can do is put you in touch with some of the people who started it, right? And what we'll do is I'll get you together so that they will give you the advice on how to get it done, and not just get it done, but get it done well. Okay? So I'll connect you with them. Remind me of that, and we'll take that from there. What's your name?
Mindy.
Mindy? All right, thanks, Mindy. You had a follow-up question?
Oh, yeah, we didn't on a community garden would be great, for the reason that it would be a positive activity for people to do, and
Yeah.
also kind of encourages the whole idea of eating locally, eating
Absolutely.
sustainably, and eating healthy.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So there's well, we had tomatoes, we had green and red peppers, you know, various different things out of that garden, and we shared with other people as well. The other thing you might be interested in is a food co-op, since you're talking about fresh foods and so on and so forth.
Oh yeah, I work at a small food market
Oh, you do?
on South Street.
Okay.
Like South Street after at the hospital.
Oh, fantastic.
And it's a almost entirely local organic food store, and they do. There's a lot of gift giving, a lot of
Okay.
co-ops that.
Fantastic, excellent. So you were way ahead of the curve on that one. Well, good. That's excellent. And I think that a community garden will only bolster those types of fresh food activities. But I think we also have to make sure that we have more supermarkets that are actually selling fresh foods in the area, because a lot of times folks, kids especially, just have substandard food. And so they go to school malnourished, and just difficult for them to learn when they are not being properly fed.
If you can make it a teaching tool for the kids to get them to find the joy in food and the joy of what sharing that amongst each other can bring.
Sure.
I think
Well, y'all two are clearly very passionate about the community garden, so that's a good thing. And I definitely want to let you know that I'll be a partner and an advocate as far as that's concerned. So we do have personal experience with that, and I do agree with your efforts as far as that's concerned. Are there other questions?
Come on, folks, don't be afraid. This is the person who's going to be your next city council person. You'll be calling us up in a couple of months saying something about your potholes aren't fixed, or your trees aren't there, and this is a chance for us to also hear what you want in the community. Because please remember, this is the first time in over 30 years that there will be a new council person for this district. Many new folks like you weren't even born when the council person was first elected. So if there's questions, please, interact with us. Anyone else?
Yes, I have a question. So there are many people today who don't believe in voting anymore.
Yeah.
Because, they don't see many results coming from voting. Was there a time when you felt that way too, and how did that feeling change? That because it's also, we have to start being more responsible citizens and start. If we feel that the government is not doing what we want to do, that we feel that the voting is not helping, we need to do something, and so run for office, and that's what you're doing. So tell me.
Well, I don't know that I've personally felt that way, but I do think that there are a lot of people who do feel that way, and some of them, I think they feel very justified, because oftentimes the examples of leadership that we've had have just been poor examples, and they've been examples that have not exactly inspired people to want to get out there and vote. The other thing is that we've not educated people and created structures that would allow people, that would make people more engaged. I think there are people who don't want to see folks vote. There are people who actively suppress the vote, and so I think that, for example, if election day was a holiday, and you were